Hey guys, I just wanted to make a really quick update video for you. I'm not sure how long the batteries are going to last in my camera, so I just wanted to let you know that I'm doing good. I am going back next week, or I'm sorry, on Thursday. Today's Monday, so I'm going back on Thursday for my 2-week reline, which I can't wait for because now that my gums have shrank a little bit and the swelling's gone down considerably, I'm getting a lot of sore spots in my mouth from where I bit down wrong, and they didn't line up right, and I'm still not eating because of that. So I've lost 10 pounds because I haven't been eating. Like, I've been living on protein shakes and stuff, and I'm fine with that. I'm not really hungry. The stuff that I have eaten, I've pretty much swallowed whole. So, as far as that's concerned, like pudding or jello or something like that. But as far as a chewing motion, I can't do. And I've tried, and my gums are still really just tender. So it doesn't work out real well. I have tried several different adhesives. My mom has gone 33 years with the very same pair of dentures, never a new set, and has never worn adhesives, and swears that I don't need them, and that if I get used to them, then I will need them for like the rest of my life. But because the way that how do I phrase this? Because of the way that I bit down and my lineup is wrong, I find that my bottom plate rocks a lot, even when I talk. It moves even when I walk. It doesn't matter. Like, every time I move, it moves. So, and I don't blame that on the dentist. It's not his fault. But, I was extremely drugged and had no idea what I was doing, and he really couldn't. He was trying his best to control me, and it was just impossible. So, but because of that, the whole bottom side of my mouth hurts. It feels like one big blister. So, I take them out when I can at night, or when my husband's sleeping. He has not seen me yet without them, and I told him that was not allowed. He's not allowed to see it. So, because of that, I've also had them in. He's been off since like Wednesday, so I've had them in all day and all night since Wednesday of last week. So I'm pretty sore, but with the adhesive, it holds them in place. They don't move, which means I don't have nearly as much irritation in my mouth because of them. The adhesives that I've tried, I tried the powder at first, and it didn't work. The very first drink that I took, it was loose. I tried both Fix-It and Polygrip powder, and neither one of them worked. I did try, now I'm talking about the bottom. The top, the powders did work okay, but my top fits pretty good. It doesn't move, it's not loose, so it just kind of held it in a tighter section. I don't know how to explain it. But as far as the bottoms are concerned, the powder didn't work. And remember, I'm not even trying to chew yet, so if it's not going to last through a drink, it's not going to last through food for me. What other ones did I try? Oh, I tried Food Seal, Fix-It Food Seal. It works really well. I really like it as far as with hot and cold drinks, and it did not seem to loosen at all. when I did try to eat something and swallowed it whole. It was, the one that I got has scope in it, and while that's a great thing, and I had wonderful minty fresh breath all day long, it kind of got old. Like, everything that I tasted, everything that I drank that day was minty. And, like, my top denture, weirdest thing I've ever felt in my life, but it stayed cold. Like, it was like I had an ice cube stuck up there or something. It was really strange. It was a very strange feeling. But they stayed in. They stayed in all day long. Like, I worked a double, and I worked from 8 o'clock in the morning till midnight, and they didn't come loose, not all day long. So, I was really happy with that. However, I did find that, when I took them out, I had a really, really hard time with it sticking to the roof of my mouth, and it just totally grossed me out. Like, I had no idea how I was going to get the stuff out of my mouth. I was so freaked out. I was like, oh my god. It was hard enough to get them out anyway, and having to be gentle because this is still a fresh surgery and it's only been 11 days. You know, it was difficult, but I don't have any stitches anymore. I don't have any open wounds anymore. So, you know, I'm healing up really, really well. But I just don't want to, you know, just rip them out because, you know, God, I don't want to open anything. So, but anyway, the whole sticking to the roof of my mouth thing, I tried to rinse it out with salt water. You know, I had to use, I held warm water in my mouth for a while to loosen them. And then I tried salt water to break it up some, and that made it worse. Like, it made it even more sticky. And it was so bad. I finally went into, I guess I'm just going to have to wipe this out of my mouth. Like, I tried to brush it out with a toddler brush, and I couldn't get it out that way either. So I'm like, okay, fine. And I got a, you know, like a washcloth. It was just barely damp, just damp enough to where it was a little more gentle on my gums. And I wiped it out. Like, I was so grossed out by it. It just totally got me. So, and even the whole, the wiping it out, like, it was just a bad experience. So, if that's what I have to deal with as far as adhesives are concerned, yes, I would use them because it keeps them in all day. Now, whether it'll keep them in or not while I'm eating, I don't know. But as far as drinking is concerned, it did just fine through coffee and protein shakes and soda, water, things like that. It did just fine. But on the downside, I have to deal with that every night of having to wipe it out of my mouth, and it just, it was bad. But, you know, it would be worth it if they're going to stay in and stay in place. And I may not have to use adhesive so much once I get them relined again. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I also tried the wafers, the C-Bond wafers. Those didn't do so well for me, but I'm not exactly sure that I did them right. Because, you know, it says to put them on there and cut them down to size, and then, you know, just damp it with your finger with just a little bit of water and not to saturate it. Well, I got it in there, and I got it all smoothed out, and it was fine, but it never adhered, like, at all. It didn't work at all. Like, it didn't work even as good as the powder does. And I've heard some really good things about it, so I'm not really sure why I guess I just didn't do it right. Maybe I got it too wet because it says not to saturate it, just dampen it. And so I guess I just didn't do it right. I don't really know exactly what I did wrong there, but I'll try it again. As far as my speech is concerned, I do have a cold, so that kind of alters it a little bit. But the back of my plate is still, it's really thick from the miss line in the beginning. So it's kind of thick in the back, and my tongue will hit it. So my S's are off, and sometimes when I say something with an S in it, I will whistle a little bit. So I'll be glad to go back Thursday and get that taken care of. Other than that, doing great. I'm healing wonderful. I feel good. It's amazing. I still feel all the energy that I did in the very beginning. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's amazing. I've never felt this good before. I feel healthy. I know I have some things to change with my body. I have some weight to lose, but I feel healthy. So, but that's pretty much it.